Hi everyone, this is Sinan from CarInspected, and today we are just north of Montreal, about 30 minutes north, taking a look at this Volvo V60. I don't know if you can tell just from the beginning of the video, the front rotors look odd, the calipers look odd. This is because this is really a unicorn. It's a very rare combo that you're seeing here. Here's another hint. And here's another hint. Parking sensors in the rear, you can see them. Manually actuated tailgate. There is a halogen light burnt here. You have the camera, the reverse camera, the WeatherTech on the inside, and I've taken a lot of pictures of the car already. You have the cargo cover here as well. These are all original, everything is original. You have a camera recorder here, or aka dash cam. This is a unique spoiler. These lines that you see, you can see my reflection here. These lines that you see are actually protective lines. These are tape that's been added, whether it's 3M or similar, to protect against stone chips. And here's another hint as well. This production is December 2017. The shifters, or the pedals, are the upgraded ones. These are original Volvo. The headlight switch has the auto function. The cluster is the more recent cluster. It has the adaptive cruise control with the collision avoidance bar, or the collision avoidance lights. The center, it has pretty much all of the options. It has the camera, it has the heated steering wheel, auto start stop, it has the lane departure, the park assist, and it has the navigation as well. The seats, these are the Polestar, and they add a little beautiful touch on all the seats with the stitching. You have the Alcantara. This steering wheel is very, very rare. It's a unique one. You have the perforated leather on the outside, and you have the Alcantara on the inside. You have the adaptive cruise control controls here. The hood release. I've completed a computer scan, so I'm gonna go through that. All the windows work. It has the blind spot monitoring system. It has the folding mirrors as well. It has auto dimming mirrors on the side. So in previous models, this did not exist. And this one does have the auto dim mirrors in the center, as well as the side view mirrors. It has the Harman Kardon audio system. I left the hood open just so we can, for ease of access. This car was involved in an accident. Based on the pictures that I've seen, the accident is not big. I will show you paint thickness verification just in a moment. I have the tool with me. There is a little crack on the bumper in the front. Little damage here to the paint, but front grille, this is blacked out. This is the adaptive cruise control radar. It lives just behind that window. The headlight on the passenger side was made in 2017, where the one on the driver's side was made in 2019 in June. So we know from the pictures and from the description that the driver's side corner has had a repaint, and I could see it from the paint thickness verification, but the corner, or the fender, is original. It has been readjusted, you can see here, but this is the original fender. And the hood, so it had a repaint here and it had a repaint here. Then let's go into the next panel, and we're almost back at normal thickness. So normally what they do, this is the metallic paint. Yeah, and now we're back to normal paint. This is the thickness in micrometers that you see me take measurements of. Normally I keep it in micrometers. There is a mil reading, which is a little bit less accurate. So within 30 micrometers, 40 micrometers, this is normal. This is all within range. So basically what it's reading is, if you look very close to the paint, you'll see that there is a little bit of an orange peel. This is from the factory, and basically the measurements that are here are capturing the hills and the valleys. So here, this was a repaint as well. So it seems like they've done the front end in general. The bumper has been replaced. This is an original bumper. This is an original radiator support. It was bought, obviously, after the accident as part of the replacement. The bumper was installed correctly. There are a few clips missing. It's not broken or anything. They're lining up perfectly, you can see, but you just need to add the clips. So all the lights are working. The battery, I've taken pictures of whatever's inside here. This is the original battery. The current owner is saying that sometimes they do get the low battery warning in the dash just because it's the original battery. The car has 76,000 kilometers on it. So let's go in here. 76,075. This is before the test drive. It has the heated windshield. This is the city safety on the left side of the image, and then the right side of the image has the rain sensor, and it has the front sensing module, or the front sensing camera, or basically what controls the collision avoidance and the lane departure system. Based on what I'm seeing so far, everything is good. There are some small imperfections in the paint. You have some scratches here from a parking, shopping center incident. Small scratches that are around. We'll get the roof reading. Normal. And then here you have the 3M protective tape. Of course it'll be much thicker because of the protection. So that's where the tape, and then as soon as the tape ends, which is right here, we take a measurement here and we're back to normal. So I'm not too worried, to be honest. I just want to confirm. I'm gonna pause the video for a second. Alright, sorry about that. I just wanted to get a close-up of the 3M protection right here. This is 3M tape, and you can see it's been peeled off a little bit here, as well as on the hood. So you see the paint thickness the paint thickness readings that I was taking here and here were you should take into account that there is a 3M tape in between, and as I showed you here, this varies the paint thickness quite considerably. So the images or the paint thickness that you saw here, it was almost at specifications, but then because of the 3M tape it jumped to about 200 or 300 micrometers. And same thing here and on the passenger side. So if you see the passenger side, I don't think it has been repainted and it has never been adjusted, but you see that 270, this is because of the tape. I'm going to try to find a zone or an area where it's not taped, and of course it's not possible. So that's that in terms of paint thickness. The side skirts, these are the carbon fiber. It is missing the front lip, which is also carbon fiber. And as I was told by the owner, that piece can be individually removed and replaced. So you don't need to replace the whole bumper. This is just a part that is individual, and it can be removed and replaced and painted, obviously. So you have the Polestar front. There was a little bit of a crack repair here in the grille. These are very, very expensive, so I wouldn't want to get a replacement. This is it would be very costly. The Volvo logo is underneath this. This was just blacked out. The fan is working. This is the water pump. This is the electric water pump. This is the alternator here, or sorry, the starter here. And here you have an extra pulley. So let's see if you can guess what this is. That's normally where the turbo goes. Or, I mean, it's in the same area as the turbo. It's in the back of the engine. So that was my only hint for you. AC pulley, nice and clean. I checked the accessory belt. It's in good shape, but I would recommend replacing the accessory belt in the next, I would say maybe 10,000 kilometers or so, or a little bit less. I've done a coolant freezing temperature test. It did pass. I did a brake fluid humidity test as well, and it did pass. So yeah. The wheels, these are obviously not for this car, but the original wheels are there. They will be provided, and they are the Polestar. So just to show you the tires. It is running on winter tires. It's evenly worn. Tires would have maybe a season left, maybe a little bit less. No leak from the shocks. CV joint is nice and clean. There isn't that much. Honestly, the car has 70,000 kilometers, so I wouldn't expect that much rust in the undercarriage. There you go. The rear springs, the rear shocks. I don't see any excessive rust or anything like that. I mean, this is really a nice car. It's in a very, very nice shape when you're just walking around and you're looking at it. So some of the nice touches on the inside, you have the shifter. This shifter usually comes in a white light, and it does not have the Polestar sticker or the Polestar logo. It does have heated seats. These seats are adjustable with the lumbar support. The lumbar support is electric. In most cars it comes in most Volvos it comes in manual, and it's adjusted on the side. Let's see. Now I'm just gonna show the faults. These are the faults. Speaker 1, general electrical failure. The circuit was open. I'm gonna check the speaker. That seems to be a historic code, not currently present. Now we go into the brake control module. Left rear wheel speed. So you can see intermittent faults. So intermittent faults means it was recorded at a certain point, but it's no longer valid. So central electronic module. This is Volvo specific software that I'm using. This SIM, or this central electronic module, is what controls all the electronics and even the signal that goes into the injectors in some vehicles, so in some Volvos. So this one has headlamp control, missing message, right headlamp, left headlamp, daytime running lights. Again, these are all circuit open, so it seems like the battery was the battery terminal was removed, or the battery died and it got boosted. Side marker light. Let's see what is there. The current electrical failure, circuit current above threshold. And then you have the rain sensor. The rain sensor is basically, the way to test it is to put it on auto, which is this button right here. And I will be activating that during the test drive. Right now I have the hood open. I don't want to inadvertently cause any problems. Battery backed sounder. I have no idea what this is. Left headlamp, so we're back at the top of the list. At least you have a record of all of these intermittent faults. Climate control module configuration incompatible. Again, it's intermittent, so if this was a current fault, you would see that it is current. You have the code number. Closing velocity module is the city safety module, so that is specifically this one on the left or on the top of the video. Invalid data received from the engine. This was due to a battery disconnection or low battery voltage. Again, most likely this would go away. This would go away. A lot of these codes would be disappeared. Maybe the slow trickle discharge is because of the front and rear facing cameras which are installed, which are aftermarket. These are not original to the car, so they do consume battery voltage, and that must be why the CEM has registered the faults. Now we go into the driver door or the driver seat, driver door module pass. We have the driver information module, which is basically the control or the cluster. You have the control module configuration incompatible. It's an intermittent fault. If I delete this, most likely it'll not come back. Engine control. We have please refer to vehicle service manual. Not sure what these are. You might want to take a look at them. The check engine light is not illuminated, so you might want to take a look at these codes and see what they're about. These are Volvo specific. Forward looking radar, pass, no faults. Forward sensing module, which is that camera here that you see at the bottom of the image. This one is a pass, no fault. Infotainment. There's so many controllers in this car. USB general failure. This is due to voltage. Navigation map, data mismatch. So again, and then you have internal cooling fan. That's weird. Video output, that might be because of camera related faults or the aftermarket cameras. Again, just take a look and see. Vehicle speed algorithm based, so it's not a sensor base. We're looking at sorry, just 1 second. And now we're looking at the keyless module. We have control module configuration. Again, if I remove this code, most likely it will not come back. Park brake module pass. Parking assistance camera, parking assistance module. This is a sensor based. So right front outer sensor. We're going to check that. And then the inner sensor. Vehicle service manual. You can pause the video at any point and look up these codes. To me, they don't seem to be at fault because the parking button is on, so I don't think that this is an issue. Passenger door module, phone module, all pass. Power seat module, let's see here. Memory switch, general signal stuck high. This normally happens, and it does happen with a lot of Volvos. I've seen it, is when someone is sitting here and is just holding the button for too long, so it would trigger a code either with their thigh or just by partially sitting in the car, not fully seated in the seat. This is, again, this can be, most likely will go away when you remove it. Power steering control module, let's see what this is. Lane keeping aid system, performance incorrect operation. Let's see, we're going to test that. Lost communication with central electronic, that's fine. Invalid data received, that's fine. This is because of there is a fault in the BCM, and this is because of there is a fault in the CEM, so it would lose communications because these systems are sensitive. Now, go on to the next one. Audio receiver. We're 21 computers in. Pass, no fault. Side obstacle detection control. Steering angle sensor. Supplemental restraint. Transmission control. And we're back at the top. So you've seen all of the codes that are related to this vehicle. Now, I will quickly show you the interior and then do a walk around before we take the car for a test drive. Interior is nice and clean. You have the back seats here. No damage or anything that I could see. Honestly, it's very, very nice. I think you can lower the headrests from the front. Yes, you can. There is a button for that. These are electric. In the center, you have the cup holders with illumination, so this is an extra. It's not usually there. Now in the door handles, door panels, everything is nice and clean. These are specific door panels with the Alcantara as well. I'm gonna close the hood so I can show you the steering or the panel alignment. Didn't forget anything or anything like that. There you go. So you can see the panel alignment is almost perfect. It was done with a lot of care. If I move this just a bit, you'll be able to see that it will bring in the gap a little bit smaller. I would install the clips that are missing and see if that changes the panel alignment here. On the hood is nearly perfect. Here it's perfect. Here it's perfect. There is normally just a little bit of a gap here, just because it's the passenger side or the driver's side door, which is used a lot. So if you open and for any reason you would hit it or push it in with your foot, that might. But the alignment of the door is perfect. You heard it close. This one as well. There's no rust or anything on the door jambs or the B pillar or the C pillar. I don't see any. This is the high chrome trim. Brakes in the back are nearly new. These were, like, I would say more than 80% remaining. In the front, the brakes are again more than 50% remaining. There's plenty of brakes in the front. These were replaced at the beginning of summer and we are in December now. Parking sensors in the rear. You can see there's no damage or anything like this. There are two more here and here. I don't see any damage, to be honest, so I will be testing these in the test drive. Carbon fiber here. And then if you were to get the front lip, you would get it in carbon fiber as well. Well, we've done a lot of the technical aspects of the inspection. I've done most of it so far with the pictures and the video. I will be taking the car for a test drive. I'll check a few things, a few electronics. Obviously, I'm not going to check the collision avoidance or anything like that because it's not something that I would check. But I know from the computers everything is working, and the radar, which is a very expensive piece of technology, as well as the front camera, that will be tested. And there is a small stone chip here. This is a heated windshield. This is a very, very expensive windshield. I would treat this as soon as possible. So if there's any cracks on the windshield, and there I do see a couple very, very small, very fixable, I would get them checked out and repaired. And yeah, with that concludes the inspection. on this beautiful Volvo V60. This is the Polestar edition, and it's just really cool. It's really nice to take a look at such a vehicle. It does have a rebuilt title because of the damage that was in this area here. I did see the pictures of the damage. There was no airbag deployed. I did the paint thickness verification, as you saw. The car is in really good shape even after the repair. With that, I'm really excited to take the car for a test drive. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.